Hi everybody, it's Kristin. Happy Saturday to you. I am coming to you today with here's what my dad is thinking for the week. You guys, as I mentioned in my video the other day, really seemed to enjoy this, and so I'm happy to continue to read it to you. So this is his article from Thursday the 24th. I used to think the paper came out on Wednesday, but apparently it comes out on Thursday now. And I will mention in every video, just in case anybody's curious, they don't have a website. Somebody asked me about that. They don't have a website. It's just a weekly paper for a small town, but the paper is called the Marion Advertiser. And the people that own it and run it are really, really sweet people. And so, I don't know, just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so, and what I will do, I've read through it, but what I will do is if there are things that won't make sense, I'll try to quickly stop and explain what they're talking about so that makes sense to you. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. It's been a busy week and I have a lot on my mind. This is going to be one of those times that I share a number of random thoughts with you. I'm writing this on Saturday morning as I relax in my office at home. I love days like this. So far today, I've finished my sermon, made a batch of spaghetti sauce, made a pot full of corn chowder, both of which are very good, by the way. And that was after I made our breakfast waffles. I love to cook, and it's so pleasant to cook with food that we have grown and or canned or frozen. We are far from being Mother Earth News, which is a magazine that used to be really popular back in the day. I'm not sure if that's still around, but my dad always got the Mother Earth News. So we are far from being the Mother Earth News types, but I enjoy growing, hunting for, catching our own food, and we enjoy canning or freezing it, often with our daughter and her husband. That'd be me. Because I do have another sister. Ultimately, some of the food we eat is product of our own hands at some level, and I derive great satisfaction from that thought. Last evening we went to a concert and heard an old friend of mine, Mark Dvorak, a folk singer from Chicago. Mark's a great guy and a great performer. His songs are a mix of old-time folk, a bit of country, and a bit of rock. If you have been to Field of Praise, which is something that his church does every year, you may recall him from year 1 or year 6. He was the tall, friendly guy with a guitar on his back. To me, he's just a friend who happens to be a folk singer. Folk music is one of those artistic endeavors about which most people either blow hot or cold. Those who love folk music are further divided, but that's not where I'm going. He's as random as I am. Whatever the type of music may be, all music ought to be seen as a gift from God. I am blessed with a very eclectic taste in music. I love classical, jazz, blues, folk, country, rock, and more. I am sometimes amused and occasionally annoyed by people who hold exclusively to one particular genre of music. I think that the old-time rock enthusiast who dislikes country needs to listen better because a lot of contemporary country music sounds like it was written for the pop charts in the 60s. The same is true of folk music, a lot of which sounds like country. You can't understand what they are singing in opera. I can't understand what they're singing in rap or hip-hop. For all I know, they could be singing the same words. It's all music and it's all good to someone. I occasionally receive suggestions for this article. Normally I thank the person and file the suggestion away. Yes, I really do write down your suggestions, and on a few occasions I have followed up on a suggestion. A while back, someone suggested that I might write about the television show Undercover Boss and use the idea as Jesus as the main character. Thanks, Bill. If you're not familiar with the show, they disguise the boss of a large company and send him or her out to work in the trenches. My nose itches. Try not to sneeze. Sorry. Okay, so, sorry. If you are not familiar with the show, they disguise the boss of a large company and send him or her out in the trenches to learn what the company is really like. So imagine yourself in any context, work, playing, shopping, driving, and you have to interact with a person whose name you do not know. Unbeknownst to you, it's Jesus. At the end of the show, the people with whom the boss has worked learn who this person is. Normally they are rewarded in some way, affirmed for the work that they do. In a few cases, they are disciplined. I think a few people were fired, although I'm not sure because I've only seen a few episodes. In your case, if you are called to an office and you discover that the elderly person in front of you at the checkout line, the one with 19 items in the 20 or more express line, is Jesus. How did you treat that person? Or maybe you learned that the kid who spilled coffee on your table at the restaurant was Jesus. How did you treat him? I encourage everyone to treat everyone else as though he or she was Jesus. Would it make a difference to you? If it would make a difference, then why be unkind in the first place? Be nice to strangers. Be nice to everyone. It's a Jesus thing, you understand. That's what I've been thinking about. I'll see you in church. So that was my dad's article for this week. It cracks me up when I end up in the article somehow. And it doesn't happen all the time, but here and there. It used to happen in his sermons too. I would show up as an example, usually not as something good, in his sermons when I would surprise him at his church. Anyway, so that is what my dad's thinking about. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I did try to read a little bit slower this time. I talk fast and I read fast, and so I really was trying to make a concerted effort, so I hope that was a little bit slower, because that was something a couple of you guys said. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I hope that you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!